What is going on, beautiful people? My name is BetSam, and this is going to be the UFC Underdog opportunity for the fight night. Corey Sandhagen taking on Deiveson Figueiredo. But before we look to the future, let's talk about Kansas City. We did just lose our 3-event win streak on the Underdog opportunity. It all came to a crashing halt when Carlos Pratas was unable to defeat Ian Garry.
Interesting.
Well, if you can do that.
Ground and pound.
Oh! Shots!
Misha in deep waters. One final shot for Pratas. He never got it off.
It was an almost type of performance, similar to the Diego Lopez versus Volk. There was moments where it could have been ended, and Ian Garry did a great job. Not discrediting Ian Garry whatsoever, but Ian Garry was hurt. He was stumbling, he was crumbling and bumbling in the 5th round. Carlos Pratas wasn't able to capitalize on that. Some people saying he dropped the ball. I think he did the best he could, and Ian Garry honestly just turned up and put on a bit of a showcase, especially through the first 3 rounds there. So, almost in a betting sense is not good enough. So we're not going to dwell on the past here. We're going to look towards the future. And I am excited for this week because I think we've picked the correct underdog. And I think we got 3 solid underdog opportunities here to choose from. The first of those 3 is going to be Jana Santos taking on Misha Tate. This one comes down to activity for me. We've seen more out of Jana Santos in the past few years, and age. Misha Tate, not only is she old, literally being 38 years old, but she's been around the UFC forever. And she has not evolved. She hasn't developed the striking to contend with her grappling. In the grappling, it's definitely going to be Misha Tate. In the striking, it's definitely going to be Jana Santos. Do we trust Misha Tate to be able to get it to the ground time and time again? I don't really think so. Jana Santos seems to have pretty good hips. She's got a little bit of a size advantage here. I think that she's going to be able to stop most of the takedowns here against Misha Tate and probably win this fight on the scorecards. On the feet, I don't imagine Misha Tate's going to have very much, if anything, at all. So Jana Santos here as a slight dog at plus 127, close to plus 30. It's definitely a consideration. Second consideration is going to be Cameron Smotherman. Cameron Smotherman burst on the scene when he was an underdog and cashed against Jake Hadley. He went out there and even on one scorecard got a 30-26. So Cameron Smotherman, he's on my radar now. This kid shows composure. He's got power in his hands. He is patient. That's a little bit to a fault. He's one of those fighters where you wish he would get a little bit more active with the hands because when he does, he's quite exciting and quite on target with his shots. He is taking on Suriri, who is a little bit taller, has a little bit more reach, and I can kind of understand where the favor aspect is coming from him here. However, I do believe that Cameron Smotherman, if he's able to get on the inside, land shots in the pocket, they're going to be more damaging, and we've already seen Suriri wear the damage. I think there's going to be blood coming out of his face. He's very, very pale, and they wear the damage a little bit more as well. So Cameron Smotherman here as an underdog, I think I'm going to be considering playing this similar to how I played Malcolm Wellmaker against Cameron Simon in the weekend just past, where I played Wellmaker inside the distance, decision, no action. I think Cameron Smotherman holds the danger in this matchup here, and I think if he does lose, it's most likely going to be a decision where he gets out volume. So Cameron Smotherman, heavy consideration for the underdog opportunity. And my third consideration, but not least, is going to be Ryan Loder. Ryan Loder against Azamat Bukoyv. Listen, Ryan Loder went out there against Robert Valentin. Phenomenal performance. If you haven't seen that, in round 2, gets him in a crucifix position, just continues landing elbows, pins him down, unable to escape the position, just forces the ref to stop the fight, essentially. So Ryan Loder has good control. His grappling is very good. He's a little bit like a Bo Nickel in the sense of strong wrestling. The rest of it's still developing. The grappling is good. The wrestling is there. The striking is just so-so. But he's big, and he does put numbers out there. He's a little bit patient. He won't shoot immediately, seconds in. In this matchup here, I do think Azamat Bukoyv is the A side, if you will. I think that, he's got the experience, 20 fights. He has been in better camps. He's been around the world. This isn't his first big-time promotion to be in. But Ryan Loder, Division I wrestler. He knows competing. He's a grade A athlete. He has won the Ultimate Fighter, and now he comes in here. He's 1-0 in the UFC. We might not have even seen the best of Ryan Loder yet. As for Azamat Bukoyv, I think the price is overinflated because he went out there and finished Zach Reese. And I will admit, I was on Zach Reese in that fight, but I think I might have been overestimating how good Zach Reese was. Zach Reese did lose to Cody Brunge in round 1 via finish, and I thought at the time, bit of a fluke. After this Azamat Bukoyv performance, I'm starting to think maybe he's just kind of trash off the ground against people with decent top pressure wrestling. So we're going to see if Ryan Loder can contend in the grappling here. And ultimately, though, who I'm going with out of these 3 choices for the underdog opportunity is going to be none other than...
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we should ride swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got checks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know don't fuck with Texas. Hey, we always strapped, we keep our weapons. My mama from the A, she slowed it down for me at 7. Used to think Pimp C was a guy before he went to heaven. I knew what pushing P was before Gunna even said it. Hey, she zero taught me keep my weapon and never trust a nigga.
That is right. We are going with Cameron Smotherman. Give him. He's too smooth. He's too good. He's too dangerous with the hands. I think he's going to have the power advantage here. I liked him against Jake Hadley. I like him here against Suriri City. I think he's going to be able to get on the inside. I think he's going to come into this fight confident. He's going to damage up Suriri City and either fight the finish or use that damage to win a 29-28 decision. Give me Smotherman. I hope he gets the knockout. I like this kid. And as for Suriri City, I think he is ultimately just showing he's not who we thought he was going to be inside of the promotion. Smotherman, I think the line is flipped here. He should be the favorite. Let's take him as the underdog opportunity to get us back on track this weekend. I will see you all at the cash counter.